Virtua Fighter 2. You gotta love the opening music in this game. It's been a while since I've played a video game that makes me feel bad about myself, but Virtua Fighter 2 has managed to do that. I used to be pretty good at this game back in the day, but no longer. Virtua Fighter 2 reminds me that this is a challenging game that you can't play with just button mashing. You actually have to know what you're doing with each of the characters. Imagine that. Back in the day when I was in college, a friend of mine had a Sega Saturn, and we played Virtua Fighter 2 for days on end, which is pretty much what's required to master all of the controls and combos and moves from each of the individual characters. Although graphically Virtua Fighter 2 has not aged terribly well, this definitely looks like old school polygons, which it is. The fighting style and gameplay of Virtua Fighter 2 is excellent.
Fight! 2, ready, go!
A few months back, I played and reviewed Virtua Fighter 5. Which is on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and that's a terrific game. They really haven't changed all that much from Virtua Fighter 2. In fact, I think they generally made the gameplay easier to just pick up and play.
Ready, go!
What we're watching is some of the most horrific Virtua Fighter 2 combat ever. I certainly make no claims to be any good at this game anymore, because I'm not. I've forgotten all the special moves. Jackie and Sarah used to be my team back in the day. Those were the characters I played with.
I don't make it a habit to fight the elderly.
If you have a Sega Saturn, Virtua Fighter 2 is extremely easy to come by and very affordable today. There's quite a few of these out there. This was one of the early popular games.
Ready, go!
I personally find the button combos in this game fairly challenging. The game uses the Sega Saturn controller very well, and you can also get the awesome Sega Saturn Virtua Fighting Stick, which I have, and I'll review that in a separate review. It's a terrific arcade-style fighting stick, and it's gigantic. It's practically larger than the Saturn itself. I'm surprised I didn't get my ass kicked by my own initials. The Virtua Fighting series from Sega is an excellent fighting series with a great variety of characters, each of which has a totally different fighting style. Back in 1995, this was an immense departure from the Street Fighter series and games like Mortal Kombat. It's hard to remember now, but this was really at the beginning of the 3D fighting game genre. And that's Virtua Fighter 2. If you have a Sega Saturn, you've probably already played this game. If you're looking into a Saturn, pick this one up. Get some of the other fun arcade titles like Daytona USA, Sega Rally. And I'd also recommend Virtua Fighter 5, which is Virtua awesome. They could put Virtua in front of anything. Virtua Tennis, Virtua Racing. Perhaps Sega should expand the Virtua line of games. Virtua Luge, Virtua Shark Wrestling. Virtua Fighter, where you play a Virtua character playing Virtua Fighter on a Virtua Fighter machine in a Virtua alternate reality. This has been Virtua Classic Game Room, which is very similar to regular Classic Game Room except with gigantic polygons.
あなたには夫婦が足らないわ。